When that happened, we were by a friend's house on the west side, West Bank, and because we weren't going to leave initially because we kind of go through hurricanes all the time, and it was like well, Horsemeyer's like y'all go to here, right? So like you believe his word more than anybody, right? So that your neighbor can say like, hey man, we're leaving. I'm like, all right. I ain't hear from this person yet, so I ain't leaving. So Bob Breck was our guy. And Bob Breck was like, if you're not gone by now, you should leave. You shouldn't hear me. You shouldn't even see this. Things like that. I was like, all right, let's go. And we went on the West Bank, which is like from where we're standing here to like Florence Mall, basically. And we stayed over there. And we didn't know the severity of the storm at that point because it's always going to look beautiful before the storm. It's going to be the most beautiful sun. It's going to be nice. It's going to be cool. And then it's just going to get chaotic. And I knew that something was different because like we were shooting pool in the garage, and you saw like it was like one of those things like, did the car just move? Like, you know, you saw like a little, but then we saw the garage door being pushed in from the wind, and it was like, oh crap. Then the balls on the pool table started moving. So the wind was like real strong. Like, and then we look outside, you see like siding coming off and stuff like that. And then the lights were off like for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But we was up here 2 weeks after the storm. So we were just trying to figure out how to get out. Cause like we tried to go back like to where I'm from, and you got to the bridge, it was like, no, you got to turn around, right? Like I never saw police standing on an on-ramp to the interstate, and so it's like, yeah, you got to turn around, like you can't go to the other side. And we didn't know what was going on, and somehow, some way, this guy that stayed next door to the friend we were staying with, saying, hey, you guys want, you go to my mechanic shop, siphon all the gas out of all the cars, take this generator, you guys have a generator, right? So we got the generator. We got all the gas out. Gas is nasty, by the way, because like we had to like siphon it out. And we got gas, we got the generator, and we turned on the TV, and that's when we saw like how crazy it was, like, and the severity of the city at that point. And at that point, I was like, all right, they're not showing where I'm from, so it got to be good. It's more like French Quarter, downtown, you know, and when you start seeing the helicopter shots, like the city, like and how far out the water was, it was a little bit, all right, like what are we doing now, you know? So we try to figure out like, all right, what's the move? We knew that people were leaving out of Baton Rouge, and we couldn't get to the Superdome where we were, and so it was like, all right, we got to go to Baton Rouge. So we got to Baton Rouge with all the stuff that we had. And we got on the bus, and that bus was like, all right, this is it, as far as we're going, and here we are, you know, 20 years later, you know. So yeah, it's like a, I'm gonna say touching, but it's like it definitely mentally touches me every time I talk about that, because like so many lives were like lost, and also so many people lives were changed like forever because of that. Because of what they saw, what they went through, and also, like, that was one thing I thought that didn't get checked out was people's mental health after that. You know, some people never left New Orleans and were like forced out. A lot of people moved without them wanting to move. So that was the whole thing. But yeah, I'm happy the people that are still standing from it are still standing. You know.